Good evening, everybody. It is almost time for another new comic book day at Ground Zero Comics, and it is also another previews week. Time to flip through the catalog, see what new and interesting titles strike your fancy, and what new and interesting merchandise you absolutely cannot live without on the flip side of the book. And on the comic front this week, Action Comics 1010, the Leviathan Rising storyline heading into its fourth part. If you haven't been watching this one, I would recommend maybe giving it a shot, because the Event Leviathan big crossover thing from Bendis is looking, it looks interesting to me. I think Bendis has something really cool planned for the DC universe, and I think it definitely, like, all the seeds are being planted here, so it's definitely something to check out. Next up, Ascender #1, Ascender, however you want to say that, the sequel to Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen's long-running sci-fi epic Descender. Apparently what goes down must come back up, adding a little magic into it and setting it 20 or 30 years after the original series. So if you pick that up, you'll definitely want to check this one out. Detective #1002, the fight with Arkham Knight, now officially a part of DCU continuity, continues to heat up. Definitely a title to be watching. Most of you have been anyways. It just got past issue 1000. Punk Mambo #1, Cullen Bunn of Harrow County, Six Gun, and many other great books fame, making his Valiant Comics debut with a character who has been raising hell in the Valiant universe for years, but hasn't actually had her own solo book yet. She had a one-shot, but this is her first, actual book. Star Trek Year 5 #1. If you just finished the second season of Discovery but just can't get enough of the original Enterprise crew, well, no Pike this time around, but we've got Spock and the rest of the gang letting us see what the 5th year of the original 5-year mission might have looked like, with an absolutely stunning Greg and Tim Hildebrand cover for the first issue. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge #1, a new miniseries based on a theme park ride that's not actually active yet, but it worked for Pirates of the Caribbean, so why not Star Wars? It could still be a very interesting story, centers around Han and Chewie. They're always popular. And last but certainly not least, Thanos #1. Teenie Howard tearing it up over in the Forgotten Queen miniseries, also with a new issue out this week, telling us a story of the relationship between Thanos and Gamora, just in time for, I don't know, some new movie that's maybe coming out this week. You guys will have to let me know how that is. That is all of the major titles for this week, and as per usual, all this stuff goes on sale at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we will see you then.